Good morning, students. Welcome to our video lecture. In our previous class, we have completed cube and cube roots 4a and 4b. So in today's class, we will try to complete exercise 4c and 4d. That would conclude the chapter. So without much delaying, let us start the class. So in our previous class, we have done cubes. Today, we are going to do cube roots. So what is a cube root? Suppose 64 is there. Okay. So if you factorize 64, therefore 64 would be 2 into 2 into 2. How many twos? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So with these two, we can write 2 cube. And even with these two, we can write 2 cube. So together we can write 2 into 2 whole cube. That means 4 cube. So as you can see, 64 is represented as 4 cube. So we have done in our previous class, this 4 cube becomes 64. But here, if cube root comes, now what is a cube root? Cube root of 64 would be represented by like this. Okay, cube root of 64 is represented as this. So cube root of 64. In this term, we have 3. That means it's a cube root. So if it is a cube root, whatever is there within this cube root, you have to represent it in terms of some numbers whole cube. So cube root, as I say, have done, 64 is represented as 4 cube. Okay. Now remember, if cube root of something whole cube comes, then whatever is the whole number here would come out. That means cube root of 4 cube will be 4. Okay. Similarly, if cube root of 5 cube comes, it will be 5. So whatever numbers cube comes, that will be your answer. Okay. So let us start exercise then. First exercise 4C. Okay. So let us start. Suppose we are doing question number 1. Question number 1 is 64. 64 we have done right now? No? Yes. So this is our first question. Okay, as we have done already. We have taken an example. This one, this is the first question. So what we can do is we can erase this exercise for C here. And then we are going to write exercise for C here. Okay, these are first question. So as we have already done, the cube root of 64 will be 4. Now let us do question number 3 then. Okay, so question number 3 is what? Cube root of 729. Again, we have to factorize 729. Let us factorize. Now you are wondering why I have not done factorization like with the smallest factor 3, and why I have started with 9. Because seeing the number, I can easily say that this is 3 9 comes. Okay, so it's basically practice. If you have enough practice, then you would know for sure. Okay, so since it's a cube root, so we are making use of these highest terms. If it is simple factorization, I would have done it by 3. Okay, so as you can see, 729 is represented as 9 into 9 into 9, so 9 cube, right? So cube root of 729 would be cube root of 9 cube. So now I already explained, cube root of 9 cube comes, therefore 9 will be the answer. Clear? Let us do a big number. Let us do question number 6. Cube root of 4096. Okay, so let us do. So let us make use of 6. 449. No, it will not be 4. It will be 4, not 6, 4. Okay. So with this 4, we have 4 cube, and there with these 4s, we have 4 cube. So cube root, what can you write? 4 cube into 4 cube. That means what? 3 into 16 whole cube. Now the answer would be 16. Okay, students, very easy. Okay, so let us move on then. Let us do question number 8. So question number 8 is what? 3375 cube root of 3375. Okay. So again, let us factorize 3375. Okay. So with this 5, we have 5 cube, and with this 3, we have 3 cube. So cube root of, I can say 5 cube into 3 cube. So it will be cube root of 5 into 3, 15 whole cube, right? So easily answer would be 15. Okay. Now let us do our next one. Now, if a negative number's whole cube comes, then how do you do? See, let us do question number 9 and understand that. In question number 9, we have cube root of minus 216. So as you factorize 216, so see 4 means 2 into 2, right? So we have 4 into 2, 8. See, 4 means 2 into 2, and we have another 2. So this means 2 cube, and here 3 cube. So minus, we have 2 cube into 3 cube. Okay, the cube root of, again, this is what? 2 into 3, 6 whole cube. But there is minus. So how do you do? See, minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1 is equals to what? Minus 1. See, minus minus plus, plus minus minus. So minus, and 1 into 1, 1. Again into 1, 1. So minus 1, nothing is there. So we can take minus 1. Yes or no? Okay. If nothing is there, we can take minus 1. So minus 1 can be written as minus 1 whole cube. So as you say, minus 1 can be written as minus 1 whole cube. So here, this minus 1, we are writing as minus 1 whole cube. And here 6 whole cube. So together they will make what? Minus 1 into 6. So minus 6 whole cube. Understood? If minus comes, you will do like this. Or simply you will put the minus inside the bracket. Okay. So here we have minus 6 whole cube. So answer would be minus 6. Answer. Okay, students. Now let us do question number 11. So it is cube root of minus 1331. So I asked you to memorize cube, right? Up to 15. That is what I have said in the online live classes. So if you do, it would be very easy, because with this 1331, if you factorize, you'd have to think hard that what number should be divided with. Or if you can just remember the cubes up to 15, it will be very easy, right? Because this is divisible by 11 whole cube this is. So 11, if you do 11 ones are 11, 11 twos are 11 ones are, and then we have 11. So cube root we can write as minus of 11 whole cube. I already explained this minus you will put inside this bracket. How I've explained in the previous question. So therefore minus 11 whole cube brings minus 11. Okay, students. Let us do question number 12. We have cube root of 27 by 64. This is also very easy. So if cube root of fraction comes, this cube root will go to each and every term. That means cube root of 27 by cube root of 64. So cube root of 27 means what? 3 cube. And cube root of 64 means what? 4 cube. So for 3 cube, 3 will come out, and 4 cube come. So this is the answer. Okay, students. Let us do question number 14. This one is also very easy. Cube root of minus 27 by 125. So again, cube will go to each and every term. So cube root of minus 27 by cube root of 125. You are wondering, this minus is with a whole term. So why I've given this minus with a single term? You see, it doesn't matter. If there is one minus, you put the minus with either one of those, right? One of this numerator or denominator. So I have put it with numerator. So minus 27 can be represented as minus 3 whole cube. And this 125 will be represented as 5 whole cube. So for minus 3 whole cube, minus 3 will come. And for 5 whole cube, 5 will come. So this is the answer. Okay, students. Fine. Let us move on. So 16. Let us do. So cube root of 64 into 729. It's very easy. See, if product comes, you will represent each of the terms as something whole cube, if it is possible. Sometimes what happens is, it is not possible to represent each of the given numbers as something whole cube. For example, if this comes 2 into 4. So see, 2 can be, it cannot be represented as something whole cube. Similarly, 4 also. So for if this type of comes, when the numbers cannot be represented individually as something numbers whole cube, some numbers whole cube, then you have to make their product. That means 2 4s are 8. Then you do 2 cube, and then you do 2. Okay. This is applicable when the numbers inside the bracket in which products are given, these numbers individually cannot be represented in the form of some numbers whole cube. Only then you multiply and find its cube. But here, these numbers individually can be represented in the form something numbers whole cube. How? The 64 is 4 cube and 729 is 9 cube. Okay. So together, therefore, they will make 4 9s are 36. So 36 whole cube. So therefore, answer would be 36. Clear, students? Okay. I hope you can see clearly. Okay. Let us move on then. Let us do question number 17. 17 also very easy. We have cube root of 729 by 1000. Again, similar way we'll do. This cube root will go to each and every term. So 729. And then here we have cube root of 1000. So I've already explained 729 is 9 cube. If you don't remember the cubes of up to 15, you can easily factorize and find out. Okay. So 1000 means 10 cube. So for 9 cube, 9 will come out. For 10 cube, 10 will come out. Now you can keep it like this, or you can convert into decimal, which is possible in this case. Okay. It may not be possible in other case easily. So you can keep it in both. You can keep it in this fraction form, or you can convert it into decimal, up to you. Okay, students. Fine. Let us do our last question. Question number 18. What we have? Cube root of minus 512. And here we have 343. Okay, it's very easy. Q root will go to numerator as well as denominator. Okay, so this minus 512 can be represented as minus 8 cube, and 343 can be represented as 7 cube, right? So very easily for minus 8 cube, minus 8 will come out, and for 7 cube, 7 will come out. And this brings our answer. And this will conclude our exercise 3C. Objective questions I can give as homework in our live classes. So this concludes our 3C. This is the totality of the class for today. Okay, students, I hope you have understood. Since this is a video lecture, you can always come back and watch the video again. And if there is any query, you can always ask in the live classes. Okay, students. Then this is it for today. See you again in another video lecture. Till then, bye. Have a nice day.